In 2004, NASCAR shifted its six-decade evolution into overdrive. A new title sponsor. A garage full of new racing stars. And an entirely new way of competing for the most coveted prize in American motorsports. This is the story of a 36-race season that changed NASCAR forever. The cast of characters in this high-speed drama is as varied as the tracks they race on. Dale Earnhardt Jr., from beneath the shadow of his name, has emerged one of the most recognizable figures in all of sports. Jeremy Mayfield, once forgotten NASCAR star, thrust back into the spotlight. Ryan Newman, a Purdue-trained engineer that attacks the track with the calculating precision of a mathematician. Mark Martin, a four-time bridesmaid and written off at the age of 45, but back again to stare down the youngsters. Matt Kenseth, all he wanted was a chance to defend his 2003 title. Kurt Busch, he feasts on pure excitement. Top tens may clinch championships, but the kid prefers wins. Tony Stewart, frequently criticized, but never overestimated. Elliott Sadler, NASCAR's longtime lovable loser, now on the cusp of a championship. Jimmy Johnson, the 48 team pounded their way through the first 20 weeks of the season, but limped into September. Jeff Gordon, once the original young gun, now the greatest legend in the chase. 10 drivers, 10 races, 10 weeks. The chase for the NASCAR Nextel Cup 2004. As the son of a seven-time champion, expectations ran high for Dale Earnhardt Jr. The one race every driver wants to win is the Daytona 500. It took Junior's dad, the Intimidator, 20 years to win the great American race. At the 2004 Daytona 500, Junior showed he had the car to beat.
Be frustrating for Stewart to track that 8-car lap after lap, hoping it bobbles.
Everybody on their feet in Daytona. Dale Earnhardt Jr. now with a 3-car length advantage over Tony Stewart.
20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500.
The legacy continues. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins the 46th Daytona 500.
Every man on every crew has come out to the edge of pit lane.
Let's get out and acknowledge these fans. They love you.
Here he comes.
Here he comes.
The man who has dominated everything there is to win in this sport, except this race, until today.
Good God, I'm Daytona 500 champion. I can't believe it. He was over in the passenger side riding with me. I'm sure he was having a blast.
For the first time in his Cup career, Junior was the points leader. 2 races later, that lead vanished.
Junior radioing in saying this car is really, really unmanageable.
The point leader is in trouble.
After a 35th place finish in Las Vegas, the number 8 team rebounded in Atlanta.
Earnhardt Jr. is the class of the field at Atlanta Motor Speedway as he wins the Golden Corral 500, picking up victory number 2 in 2004.
Junior's 11th career win moved him into 3rd in the standings. The victory meant much more.
Well, he was hero to zero, back to hero again. And I marked this track on a long list of tracks that I wanted to win at since I was a little kid, and seen my daddy come here and take home some of these ski-on cheeks.
Here's Earnhardt battling back to the outside. At the stripe, it is going to be Dale Earnhardt by maybe 1 foot as he wins the Cracker Barrel 500.
Winning at the tracks where his father had won, Junior Mania reached a new peak.
They're side by side for the lead off the end of the back straightaway. 2 Chevys dueling for the top spot at Richmond.
You're the man. That thing was awesome. Not good call on the pit, Scott.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins the Chevy American Revolution 400.
Looking to improve his driving skills on road courses, Junior entered the American Le Mans Series during an off week.
I love to drive, I love to race, and I take the risk every time I get in the car, no matter what car it is.
That decision almost cost him his life. Remarkably, Junior escaped with only minor burns. Still, the recovery process was lengthy. For several weeks, Junior needed a replacement driver to complete the race.
And belts have to be tightened. But the NASCAR officials looking in the car, making sure that he is safe to re-enter the speedway. They say that he is, they don't stand before him, and he leaves. They beat the pace car out.
By Bristol in August, Junior was back to true form.
One more lap.
White flag.
Can Kenseth get close enough to him? Watch your back bumper.
Watch turn 3. Watch how far he goes in.
Hello. Oh, not quite close enough. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins it.
Junior won the Busch race, but a victory in the number 8 car at the Bristol night race was the ultimate prize.
Oh, and Earnhardt spins him out. Oh, man. And Dale Earnhardt takes the checkered flag.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., the first ever driver to sweep a weekend here at Bristol. The Busch Series race and the Cup race in the same weekend.
Hey! That's awesome! Good job, Yuri!
Man, this is one of the biggest wins of my career.
Why is that?
It's Bristol, baby! Big winner! Yeah!
Pop would have been proud. Matt Kenseth entered 2004 as the defending champion.
Matt Kenseth comes to the line and is the 2003 NASCAR Winston Cup Series champion.
And I'm going to bring this up right now with Matt Kenseth, regardless of what he does. So much talk about this chase for the championship being changed because of the way he ran away with the point system. He didn't run that well in the last 10 races. The reason he ran that way, he was protecting his lead. He's showing these guys now, change it, I'll adapt to it.
A lot of the discussion about the new system to determine the champion seems to be centered around whether or not it was a reaction to Matt Kenseth's dominance of last year.
If the number 17 car drove like it had something to prove, it did. The big chip on Matt Kenseth's shoulder would start to fall off at the Rock.
This is a real special place. This is the site of my first Busch Series win and now Jack's first championship. So it's really a special place. I hate to see this place go, and I have a lot of special memories here.
The second race of the 2004 season would be the final Cup race in Rockingham, North Carolina. The Rock has always been good to Kenseth. He scored his first win there as a Busch driver, and in 2003, clinched the Cup Series championship there as well.
Yeah, here comes Kenseth.
And the 9's coming with him. They're coming together. That's a smart move.
Is in the outside wall, gets up on his side, comes back down, spins down on the inside of the racetrack. A single car accident on the back straightaway as Robbie Gordon spins down on the inside of turn 3.
A tough break for Kenseth and Kane.
Well, it could be. The field is frozen. When the caution comes out, it's frozen, so we've got to figure out where everybody is.
How many times have we said it here, Darrell? This changes everything.
It definitely does, and it changes it for the better for that 42 car.
With Donnie Wingo.
I mean, I don't understand how you can pit on the green and get your lap back and still be ahead of the guys that didn't pit under the green, pit under caution. I don't understand what they're doing. I don't understand it.
Now, Matt Kenseth was shown as being the last car on the lead lap. Tommy Baldwin has won his appeal. They're going to wave Casey Kane past the pace car and bring him around. He is judged to also have remained on the lead lap.
Kenseth kept finding his way to the front. He led 259 of the 393 laps.
Matt Kenseth just continues to drive away.
I think for Kenseth, preparation has just met opportunity.
Despite Kenseth's dominance, a furious charge from rookie sensation Casey Kane would lead to the closest finish ever at the Rock.
Side
Like The Rock, Las Vegas is another place where Kenseth has scored big.
DW, like I tell you every week, race number 3, reach up there one more time and pull them belts tight.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Viva Las Vegas!
Rocking along here today in the desert, Matt Kenseth. He's all by his lonesome out here.
Casey Kane now gets in front of Jamie McMurray. That's the good news. Bad news, he's 4.1 seconds back.
And Matt Kenseth works his way through traffic, just slices at will through whoever happens to be in front of him, continuing to stretch his advantage.
Matt Kenseth has dominated the action all day long here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and he will make it back-to-back wins in the UAW Daimler Chrysler 400.
Kenseth's second win in the first 3 races of 2004 allowed him to claim the points lead. At the inaugural Nextel All-Star Challenge in May, there were no cup points on the line. Still, there were a million other reasons Kenseth would drive as hard as he could to get to victory lane.
Kenseth is poised and ready to strike.
Jensen trying to loosen up Newman. He does and goes to the inside.
Got him. He got him. Do you feel like $1 million? Matt Kenseth wins the NASCAR Nextel All-Star Challenge.
Nice job. Nice job.
The classic definition of unassuming. Kenseth proved he could contend for the NASCAR Nextel Cup in 2004. How do past champions reclaim what was once their own?
I've thought that I could always control my temper, and I've thought that I could make changes myself and get it under control, and obviously I can't.
What do they hold on to?
The Rushville Rocket from Indiana is the 2002 NASCAR Winston Cup champion.
Do they hold on to the passion they once knew? Or do they reinvent themselves to get another personality? For Tony Stewart, the answer is simple. Be yourself. Where there's smoke, there's fire. One driver's over-aggression is another's sincere effort to win. Tony Stewart burns with a fire to win.
Win the Daytona 500, everyone remembers it. Finish second in the Daytona 500, only you remember it.
In 2004, Stewart finished second in the Daytona 500. With the new championship format, Stewart hoped to keep his cool. A third-place finish in Las Vegas put him in second place in the point standings.
I think anybody was going to touch Matt Kenseth, and there was nothing you could do with him. He was just a class of the field. But the name of the game right now is getting points for that 26-point week season, to where we can get ourselves in that last 10 and try to win this thing.
Despite Tony Stewart's new demeanor, controversy was his middle name.
Tony was trying to go by on the outside. Casey squeezed him a little bit, kind of irritated Tony the Tiger there.
And remember what he's trying to do. He came in here second in points. He's trying to capitalize.
For the talented but temperamental Stewart, this has been a season of heat and defeat.
Seriously, how about smoke from under the helmet? I mean, keeping that driver pinned in and under control of his emotions. And you saw what Tony Stewart just did.
When Tony Stewart bends his radiator ductwork up or busts the radiator in that race car, there's no sense in that going on here at lap 162, battling for 9th position.
I mean, it's frustrating when we've been as good as we've been since 1999, and we've never really been in a slump like we're in right now.
He just freaking wrecked him. He just turned and made it 3 wide and just wrecked him. That's pathetic.
Got trouble.
Tony
Stewart in a 20 car. Caution is out.
I think he's going to save it. Buddy, now, I don't care what anybody says. That's a piece of driving right there.
Contact. Tony Stewart and the two of Rusty Wallace.